Recording now. We are talking with Ginger and Duane Montgomery, who immigrated here from Hawaii. Why they wanted to leave Hawaii to come to Ecuador, they will tell you. So why did you move to Ecuador from Hawaii?
Well, Hawaii is a very expensive place to live. So we came down here on a vacation, kind of looking around for maybe a place to retire to, and went back home. After about 3 weeks, we both looked at each other and said, yeah, we should try it. If you're going to live in Hawaii, you're going to be working, 1-2 jobs. It's just a really expensive place. And
so who immigrated here from Hawaii. Why they wanted to leave Hawaii to come to Ecuador, they will tell you. So why did you move to Ecuador from Hawaii?
Well, Hawaii is a very expensive place to live. So we came down here on a vacation, kind of looking around for maybe a place to retire to, and went back home. After about 3 weeks, we both looked at each other and said, yeah, we should try it. If you're going to live in Hawaii, you're going to be working, 1-2 jobs. It's just a really expensive place. And so we're both at a place where we don't want to work anymore. That's kind of it, right? We don't want to keep working as hard as we had to work. So coming down here seemed like a good plan.
Well, we kind of felt the same way too, and that's kind of what drove our decision as well. Did you have an opportunity to see a lot of different parts of Ecuador before you decided on coming to Bahia?
We did. What was the name of the tour we took? Ecuador,
Expat Journeys. Expat Journeys.
In fact, that's your hat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that's a different one. You had it on yesterday. Expat Journeys. We took this tour. It was a 14-day thing. We had already been talking about coming to Ecuador. We were kind of looking around, and then on the website I was on, this little thing came up. It said Expat, Journeys. And I checked it out. I told him, I go, look at how much stuff you're going to see in a short amount of time. And the price was really right, too.
The price was right, definitely.
So we signed up with them and came down.
When was this?
That was, so we've been here 2 years, so it was we came in June before. We moved down here in November, and we came the June before.
June 2013.
Yeah.
Okay. So had you, like when you were in Hawaii, and I've gathered from other previous conversations I've had with you that you guys have traveled a good portion of the world. So what made you decide on Ecuador? Was there something that kind of caught your interest about Ecuador to make you come here in the first place, or?
Well, they used the American dollar. That was a big thing.
Yeah, we saw that.
And then we thought that Spanish would be easier to learn than like Thai. And it's closer to the United States because we really like Thailand, but it's far. The language is impossible, and the money also is crazy. So we just decided, Ecuador seemed like had gotten a lot of good reviews. In Hawaii especially, people, like years ago it was Costa Rica everybody moved to. Then it was Panama everyone moved to. And then it was, I think Panama was the last big place a lot of people were there.
That's what we've noticed.
Yeah.
And we watched a lot of House Hunters. So we seen one in Ecuador, and it was across from the beach. It was this giant house with a guest house or a maid's quarters separate from the regular house. Beautiful beach out in front of it. And it was like $150,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that
I think we saw that one too.
piqued our interest a lot more.
Yeah.
I have a question. What made you choose Bahia, though?
Well, when we first were coming down, we thought maybe we'd go to the mountains because we live by the beach in Hawaii, all the time. So we thought, we're going to do the mountains and do a whole different thing. But we spent some time in Cuenca, and it was too cold.
Yeah.
Just too cold. So we had come through Bahia on the trip and Canoa and like that, and we liked Bahia when we were here. And so on the trip when we did the 14-day thing, we came back and stayed in Bahia for a week.
Right.
After to kind of see, and so we like the size of the town because you can walk it. But
And
there's
it
still
was
plenty
really
of
clean then.
yeah, it was really clean then.
Nice.
Not like now with the torn up
That's
streets,
good,
but it was clean.
Right.
It was good. So
Yeah.
that's why here.
It's good.
Well, it's really interesting because the points that you brought up are pretty much identical to our situation as well, because we watched a lot of House Hunters International, and we saw the 2 or 3 Ecuadorian episodes that they had. We thought it was very interesting. We did a little background research, and we found out about the dollar being used as the main currency here in Ecuador. We thought that that was pretty an encouraging thing.
Yes.
But when we came down here, like for you, it was also just a scouting trip, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we came down here. The thing that we really liked was that everybody seemed to be very friendly.